Hello, I hope you're doing really well today, and of course on every day. This is my rough portfolio. As you can see, I've been exploring backgrounds, and I really like eclectic things, so this combination of the night sky and the white marble really appealed to me at first, but the more I look at it, the more I think, it might be too distracting for the viewer. So I think I need to find that balance between expressing personality and making it reader-friendly. Luckily, we have time for all that stuff. Anyway, at the top, I've put the About Me section relatively around the center. I'm not sure if you need a photo or not, but from what I've seen and experienced, they're usually included. So I have it here with a frame, and I know that images in frames and such, images with borders, and I suppose is what I mean, they weigh more than text, so I have what I hope is enough text to balance it out on the right side. As we go down, I've listed all of the elements that are required to be on the home page, and I have them on alternating sides of the page because, I figure that A, it would make everything easier to read, and B, it would create that stability and balance that's discussed in chapter 17. In that chapter, it talks about how readers often don't read an entire document all the way through, but instead they scan for parts that look like they have the needed information. So I suspect that instead of putting everything in one long, straight, monotonous line, which is hard to focus on, that I would break them up. That way, the brain kind of has a microsecond between sections to regroup and refresh before it absorbs new information. So if you can see my mouse, their eyes would go diagonally from here to here, from this section and its media to this section and its media. I know it's not much time and it's not much eye movement, but I'm hoping that it will make at least some sort of difference in how they view the information. And I have my notes here with me anyways, and in 17.2 it said that whatever you add to the left side, you have to add to the right side. So whether or not breaking them up actually makes it easier to read, at least it will be more attractive and balanced to the eye. And then moving on, I have all my pages up here, and from what I see in the portfolio gallery on Learn, we're going to have a lot more pages, but I think if I was to put any more pages up here in this bar, it would look very crowded. So what I would do is I would put icons and titles for those pages over here on the side or somewhere on the page with links embedded in those pictures, those icons and titles, so that when you click on it, you would go to that page. And here, all I have so far is this. I have nothing over here. And yes, but on the subject of the sides of the pages where the icons would go, these gray blocks were not here initially. I had to add them because without them there was a ton of white space, an empty space, and I know that in the textbook it says that empty space can be a good thing, but there's also such a thing as too much of a good thing. So these banners were out here hanging out in the middle of nowhere, and it looked very awkward, so I added in these rectangles, and I used a box to measure and make sure that they are the same distance away from the text on this side and the frame on this side. The only problem with this is that now it's not a phone or small screen friendly website. Because if you have a phone or a small screen, then you're only going to see in between this line and this line, and everything else will be cut off. So if anybody has any feedback on how to combat this problem, please let me know. I would love to hear it and fix this straight away. Anyways, that about sums everything up. Have a wonderful